Are you still losing hair on Ozempic or Wegovy? It's not just the GLP-1s, and it's definitely not just menopause. Now, I'm not a doctor, but I've helped hundreds of women reverse menopausal hair loss. And I can tell you, there are 5 critical labs your doctor probably missed. If you don't catch these problems early, this hair loss could definitely get worse or even become permanent. In this video, I'm going to break down each of these labs, what they mean, why your results might look normal but still be causing hair loss, and what you should do next. So let's dive in. Here's how these labs together can create a cascade. GLP-1 therapy reduces the appetite, and sometimes less variety or total calories will mean a less intake of iron, zinc, and folates. The rapid weight loss is the body seeing it as a stress, so many follicles are pushed into the telogen phase, causing shedding. These low nutrient stores like iron, folate, and zinc, and low vitamin D affect the thyroid, so the energy for the follicle recovery is really slow. Menopause causes less estrogen, which protects the follicles. The changes in the hormone binding, and it may slow the thyroid conversion, so this leads to less efficient nutrient use. The result is longer period of shedding, thinning hair, and slow regrowth. And during menopause, your hormones are already shifting. The nutrient absorption is slowing, and your hair becomes much more sensitive to changes. So it's a perfect storm. Here's why it's often missed by doctors. Hair loss isn't considered critical, and in most standard medical visits, it's not concerning to them. It's seen completely as cosmetic, non-urgent, and less important than, say, weight or blood sugar. But if you are seeing the clumps in the shower, that's your body waving a red flag. So let's go through the 5 labs that I try to run with every woman who's struggling with hair loss and thinning during menopause. First, ferritin. That's your iron storage tank. The hair needs follicles and oxygen to grow, and iron carries that oxygen. If your ferritin is low, your follicles don't get what they need. GLP-1 meds can reduce iron intake, so less food, less iron. Low ferritin creates shedding, especially in women. So if your ferritin's under 50, even if it's considered normal on your labs, it can be enough to trigger hair loss. 2, vitamin D, your hair's on and off switch. It helps with triggering the growth phase of your hair cycle. It also protects the follicles from inflammation. Low D means hair gets stuck in that resting phase, so there's more shedding and slower regrowth. And also less sun or less appetite in menopause can cause the D to drop fast. Think of vitamin D as the green light your follicles need to grow. Without it, they stall out. The third is zinc, and this is the repair mineral. Zinc helps your follicles make strong, healthy hair. Zinc also supports hormonal balance and scalp health. So if you're eating less protein or less variety, your zinc drops. Low zinc means weak, brittle, and shedding hair. Your body prioritizes organs, not hair. So if you're low in zinc, your follicles are last in line. 4, thyroid function. This is your hair's thermostat. The thyroid hormones control how fast your cells work, and that includes the follicles. So if your thyroid's underactive, even slightly underactive, your hair slows down, it dries out, and shedding appears. Menopause increases the risk of subclinical thyroid issues. So if you've got stress and weight loss and low nutrients, it's compounding. You don't need full-blown thyroid disease to lose hair. Even borderline low thyroid can cause major issues. And 5, the sex hormones, estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. Estrogen protects your hair follicles, and it helps them stay in that growth phase. And if your estrogen drops, like say during menopause, the hair tends to get thinner and grows slower. So if you get too much testosterone or DHT, that can trigger a hair pattern baldness, even in women. Those GLP-1 shift your metabolism, and that can throw your hormone balance off, and it happens faster than you think. You cannot fix hair loss without knowing what your hormones are doing. So especially during menopause, it's really important to make sure you're getting these labs tested. Have you ever had these labs tested or skipped over when you started GLP-1s? And be honest with me, did your doctor take your hair loss seriously, or did they brush it off as just menopause? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. So if you're low on any of the things I just mentioned, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. Get the right labs, run the right labs, and work with someone who understands the full picture. give your body the nutrients that it needs to grow strong, healthy hair again. By the way, I wrote a free guide called The Top 9 Foods to Help Hair Loss in Menopause. Most women have never heard of half of these, but they're very important for follicle health during menopause. So just click the link below. It's a free guide, and I think you'll find it really helpful. And if you happen to be on GLP-1s and no one warned you about the hair loss, I made another video just for you, which breaks down exactly what's happening and what you can do to turn it around. So check that out, and I will see you on the next one.